fácil que es enamorarme y tan difícil olvidar.
Monterrey, Nuevo León is more than just my hometown. It is a place where identity is shaped by its unique culture, gastronomy, music, and most importantly, the towering mountains. Actually, Monterrey is called as the mountain city, not only by the so-called regios, which are people that live in the north of the country, but also, and most importantly, by the people of Monterrey. So well, today I want to share with you something about my hometown and how these various elements have influenced me as a person, me as in who I am, in my personality, in the way of life that I usually do, my hobbies, etc. Right? First of all, let's start with gastronomy, since, well, we have some of the most iconic food around the country. One of the most defining elements of Monterrey's culture is actually, as I told you, like food. Carne asada is a weekly tradition in my family. Well, in most recent years, we haven't been able to have this tradition accomplished all of the weeks, but we used to do a lot when I was very young, when I was just a kid in elementary school, bringing people together to share stories and enjoy the flavors of the north. The truth is, my father is from the south part of the country, and so when he came to the city, he got, well, all this new culture from my mother's side of the family, and that allowed my family, right, my nuclear family, my mom, my dad, me and my brother, to be in this environment when, well, where everyone in the family had this passion for cooking, for a gathering, for a meal, and that taught me something very important about community, that is connection. The second important thing from my side of the country is actually music and art. We actually have one of the most recent cultural boom that is happening around the world is norteño music, corridos and all of that. Actually, I'm not a big fan, but I am a musician itself. So with its accordion and bajo sexto, and the sound is practically the soundtrack of the city. And even though as I told you, I'm a musician, I don't really play that kind of music, but I grow up, I've been all my life growing up with it, and I've heard it in family gatherings, in city fairs, and even the radio during the day that we had radio. So I don't know. I think it's kind of reflects the culture that we have. It's an upbeat rhythm and deep roots that usually translates into what represents us as Regios. And actually, to me, I don't know. I feel like I grew surrounded by people that enjoyed music and that actually inspired me to be a musician myself, right? So the third important thing is cultural and heritage assets. So the city's heritage sites like the Macro Plaza and Fundidora Park have shaped my appreciation for Monterrey. Industrial part, in like not only the Monterrey we know as a city, but also its industrial past and its modern growth, right? And what is today. So walking through these areas, I realized how my identity as a city, my identity as a person has become somewhat influenced by the identity of the city, right? Some blend of progress and tradition. So I always try to stay loyal, if I can say it like that, to my roots, but also try to innovate, right? Try to go forward. Try to even though we were okay, we were an industrial city, we are very advanced, but we should also always try to go beyond, right? And try to look at the big guys and try to get there. Lastly, there's basically two things I would really want to talk about. The first being like heritage and aesthetics. I always love to reflect on legacy. I think Monterrey's industrial heritage and probably their mountains, their mountain views have shaped my appreciation for balance and probably that's why I'm here today. I'm actually right now in Vancouver, in Canada, and I don't know. I feel like I like how our city is built in this kind of mountain fortress, right? And I really like the combination between that industrial kind of mixture, right? Industrial mixture with nature. So I don't know. I think the city aesthetics show how different identities, very different, can coexist in one single environment. So that's why I always, I don't know, have this vision of not only being a professional person, a hard work student, but also have the time to, you know, explore nature. That could translate more into like how I always try to explore things I don't know how to do, like the unknown, you know, since I can assimilate kind of the nature with that. But yeah, finally I would say like Monterrey is a place that is not just one piece in Mexico. I think it's not only the fact that we are certain kind of people, that we have our traditions, that we have our form of living, if we want to say it like that. It's more the fact that a lot of people like our city, and a lot of people from different parts, not only of Mexico but of the world, come to the city to get to know a little bit more of the city, or simply just like to live in it. So we are influenced by those other cultures, and that help us, and at least it helps me stay open to all different perspectives, right? So I would say Monterrey's influence is ever present in my life. It's something, it's not something I can say it's tangible or is just in one spot. I think it's not just where I'm from. I think Monterrey is who I am. So that's me, and I'm really glad to have shared a little bit of who I am with you, and hopefully you get to visit the city. The city is really nice. I think everyone, Monterrey has a space for everyone, so we'll see you there.